Now then people, it's Joe, Leeds TV, and it is your post-match reaction to a 1-0 win at Island Road against a Reading side. So what did I always told you all Bailey Peacock Farrell was the man, didn't I? No, honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing. Like, do you know, maybe coming into this post-match reaction after a 1-0 win and you don't make the penalty saves, I'm a little bit lacklustre, you know, I'm a little bit down. But after that penalty save, and I've just watched Conor's video and I agree with him, it's one of them season-defining moments. It's a massive moment for Bailey. I'm absolutely buzzing for the lad. Listen, he's got his critics. I were one of them. His post-match interview on Sky, he said, as soon as the penalty were given, he said to himself, this is my moment. This is my moment to prove it, you know, to prove myself to Bielsa, to the fans. And boy, did he do that. What a cracking save. Listen, at the end of the day, he was never going to not save it. If he's got that mindset, as soon as that penalty's given, and it was a penalty, it was a poor challenge by Barry Douglas. I don't know what he's doing. He's ran himself into the ground, obviously. He's had a very good game for me. Barry missed a few chances. He missed a head early on. Can't seem to head the ball. He's had a few opportunities like that. He should do better. But anyway, yeah, it's tired. It's a tired tackle towards the end of the game. And I'm thinking, oh no. Especially when I'm aware of the other results. Obviously, I didn't go tonight. I'm aware Borough are drawing. I'm aware Norwich are drawing. And it's a big win for us, yeah. It gets us back in there. It moves us up to second, which we're second in the league. And, you know, I'm aware of that. And I'm thinking, oh, fuck, you don't want to draw now. Come on. Because we've had opportunities to put it to bed. I mean, their keeper, you'd say the good saves, but I think he's just had the body in, you know, they've just hit him more than he's saved them, if that makes sense. Roof's had a couple of opportunities really to put the game to bed, but the keeper, as I say, is just in the right place and it sort of hits his body. I thought Roof was really good tonight, but back onto Bailey just before we, you know, dissect the game. He was never going to not save it. As I say, he said to himself, this is my moment, and what a cracking save. I'm just so buzzing for him, and I bet Bielsa is, you know. Bielsa will think about that moment, yeah, and think, you know, I told that lad he was going to be dropped. He wasn't fit, he's come back into the side, and he's had that mindset, you know. Bielsa doing that has given him that mindset to think, you know what, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you now, and he did that, you know what I mean? Absolutely fantastic save, and like Conor said, and I totally, it's a season-defining moment for Bailey. It's a massive moment for him. Imagine the confidence he's going to exude. You could see how much it meant to the players, how much it meant to him in his post-match, and for me, it is a massive moment in the Championship. This is what promotion-winning sides do, yeah. To concede a penalty so late on, 90th minute, 88th minute, you know, by the time they've took it, you're looking at the 90th minute. If they equalise, then, oh, you're absolutely gutted. You're going to Sheffield United with, oh man, we should have won that game, you know. But this is what I mean. It's a defining moment, because what that now does is gives the lads, they've had 2 tough home games, not as easy as we would have liked, but they've come out the other side. We've got a patched up squad. For Saturday, you're going to see Janssen hopefully back in the side. Thought KP was mint tonight at centre-back, by the way. Mop again, the way he sprayed the balls out, he was class. In the first half, he seemed to be the only player who wanted to be playing it forward. I thought we were a bit lacklustre in the first half. But yeah, you know, massive, massive win. I thought Reading did well, you know, and Bielsa's right, you know. You look at the Championship, there's not that much difference half of the time between the top 6 and the fucking bottom 6. Do you know what I mean? It just all depends on the day itself. But yeah, I thought Reading did well. First half, they were so disciplined, and they had pace, didn't they? They had pace to burn that guy, Ina Motor or something like that. I thought he played really well. Bakuna played really well. The young player, I think he just had the first start. The guy with the dreadlocks, he played all right. They did all right, Reading. But once we got in front, you know, like I say, what's that now? 8 games, 9 games where we've gone in front. We've not lost. We've not dropped points from going in front. So I'm always confident when we go in front. Because the onus is on the opposing team then, and normally that leaves space. But yeah, absolutely buzzing with the result, as you can tell, and I guess you guys are. What I am going to do now is just look at my notes and go through. I think the lineup surprised me initially, seeing Baker in there, because, and you know what, I want to apologise as well. Tommy Firth, who said on comments on one of the video, and on Monday Night Football, I ridiculed him a little bit and said Baker coming into the side's never going to happen. Well, how wrong I was, and you were right, Tommy. What I will say is I don't think he comes back into the side, because I don't know what he did. I genuinely don't know what he did. I think he closed down a couple of times. 39th minute, he almost lost it, and it could have cost us. I don't think Baker had a good game at all. he just didn't do much. And I think Saiz has a right to be aggrieved, because for me, we're all crying out for Saiz. Well, not so much me. I think if you have a full fit side, I think Forshaw plays, Click plays, Pontus, and then Calvin just in front. But in a patched up side, the way we are at the moment, if you're going to bring anyone in between Baker and Saiz, you bring in Saiz. So I think Saiz probably might have looked at that, and rightly so. Maybe thought, why am I not in this side? But listen, the experiment of Baker in there, it just didn't work. And maybe if we go into Saturday with a similar sort of vein, patched up squad, maybe Saiz starts instead of Baker. It would for me anyway. Do you know what the mad thing is as well? And I mentioned just a bit ago there about it being a season-defining moment for BPF. On the 11th minute, he nearly got caught out, and the ball came over from Reading, and he fumbled at it. I don't know if he went to catch it or he went to push it over, but it could have easily gone in. And I sat there and I thought, 11th minute, that's when we start the Gary Speed claps, yeah? God rest his soul. 7 years, can't believe it's been so quick. But yeah, on that 11th minute, if that goes in, that could have been crippling for the lad, genuinely. Because, and you might think I'm being, a bit silly, but if we lose that, say if that goes in and we lose that game and it's on the 11th minute, that's a big thing, right? And that's how crazy football is, and how things can turn around. Because look, that doesn't go in. He gets away with it, and he saves that penalty at the end. You know what I mean? And now he can do no wrong, right? Do you know what I mean? That's the madness of football. And I wanted to make a point of that, because it is mad. Because if that goes in on the 11th minute, we're fuming, we may lose the game, yeah? In the end, he ends up saving a 90th minute penalty, and the Leeds fans are singing, duh, 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 Bailey, Peacock, Farrell. That's the craziness of football, and I'm absolutely buzzing for BPF. I thought Dallas had a good game. You know what the mad thing is about Dallas, yeah? I don't think he's a right back. I don't like him at right back. Whenever we play a side that we're going to have to defend against, that are going to have many attacking options, like a West Brom, I don't want him in that side. When we don't have to defend all that much, he's an okay right back. He does all right going forward, and he scored tonight. He had a good game. I don't think he did much wrong. Against Sheffield United, it's a different kettle of fish, and that's the thing when you have these utility players. Yeah, they can do a job, but against a stronger side, I don't think Dallas is the answer. But I thought he had a good game tonight, and he scored, do you know what I mean? So I'm absolutely buzzing for him. I thought Roof played well. Again, he just holds it up all the time, intricate touches. He's so good at winning free kicks. I've said it before and I'll say it again. He reminds me so much of Chris Wood in that sense. Not in his overall game, just in that sense. Because what made it so noticeable to me is when we had Lasogga. Because when we had Wood, him and Lasogga, similar sort of stature, yeah? Whenever Wood was in a 50-50 ball and a back to goal, he would always win a free kick, whereas Lasogga was always fucking giving him away, because he was shite. Do you see what I'm saying? He could finish the ball, but in terms of his overall game, he was shite. And that's what Rue's like. He's like Wood, in that he's so strong for such a slight guy that he can position his body well enough to win free kicks, and I thought he did that again tonight. He could have had a couple of goals. His movement's top notch. He's an absolute fox in the box at the minute. He seems to be there at the right place, right time. Even if you look at the goal, when Douglas smashes it across, you're always guaranteed a mint delivery from Douglas. It's Roof that gets in the way. It's Roof that gives the little touch across to Dallas, who then puts it in the back of the net. You know, he's just class, Roof. And everyone keeps asking for another striker. I don't see it. And you get Bamford back in the side, then your striking worries, them that worry about us needing a striker, it's over, you know? Because worse comes to worse, you've got Tyler Roberts who did a job, so there you go. But I think overall, the first half, again, it was just that thing, we were going through the motions, we had a lot of the ball, we just didn't do much with it. Like I said, I don't think Baker worked. Alioski, fucking hell, that dive was atrocious. What a wanker, yeah? He deserved to get chalked off. And I think at the end of the first half, this is probably the first time the whole of Ellen Road, the whole of the Leeds population and Bielsa all agreed in terms of the substitutions. Because I think if you'd have asked 90% of Leeds fans at half-time, what would you do, what would you change, it would have been to bring in Clark and bring in Saiz. And that's what was done. So you've got to be happy with that, right? And they nearly made an immediate impact. It was almost instant. You know, the ball came across from Clark and Saiz, and one of their defenders got in the way, but it was almost an immediate impact. You know, I've touched on, obviously, their keeper made a couple of good saves from Roof. He could have had a brace. Some lovely balls in from Douglas. I thought the goal itself, as I say, Forshaw, again, he just, for me, he controls the tempo of the game in the middle of the park when he gets the ball. He gets us out of sticky situations. It was a lovely ball across to Pablo for the goal, who made a little flick around the door for Barry Douglas. And as I said, always guaranteed a good delivery. Roof's gets himself in there, and it just falls to Dallas, and it's 1-0. You know, Clark came on. I can see now, you know, we've all been screaming for him to start. You can sort of see why he wouldn't start. He seemed to be blowing so hard at the end of the game. It's good for him to get 45 minutes. It was a little bit naive, that ball that he should have played through to Saiz. He should have let go of it sooner. I think when he eventually wanted to let go of it, Saiz had actually strayed offside. So, you know, Clark being in was good, but I think a couple of weeks back we were all saying it, you know, when he came on and he did so well against Blackburn. Why isn't he starting? Bit of product placement there. Yeah, why isn't it starting? You can see why tonight. You know, we've all got to agree on that. I don't think he's ready for a starting berth as of yet. And Bielsa's the man, and I always say it, in Bielsa we trust. Do you know what I mean? Because look, we've got another win. The decisions that he made tonight were spot on for me. They were bang on. And just going on, obviously, to the penalty itself, it was a Defo penalty, and just what a fantastic save. And I think Don Goodman said on the Sky, the roof went off more from the penalty save than it did for the goal, because it's just a massive moment, and I think everyone can recognise that to save a penalty in the dying moments of the game. You know, I keep saying it, and I know Conor said it, and I'll continue to say it. This is a season-defining moment for me. Look, we've got Sheffield United on Saturday, early kick-off. If we beat them, imagine that, 9 points from the last 3 games. That'd be massive. Maybe take us back to the top of the table. You know, I was talking to my friend the other night, who was a Borough fan. He's a season ticket holder, and he said he had a look at the fixtures, and he feels that we'll be top come Christmas. And a look now, and listen, you probably think I'm getting carried away with myself, because I do tend to, I'm not even going to lie, because I just love Leeds. I'm so passionate, and coming away with that, I was absolutely buzzing. And I look at that and I think, right, okay, so we've got Sheffield United. After that, leading up to Christmas, you know, we've got QPR at home, Bolton away, Villa away, Blackburn at home, and Hull at home. I look at them fixtures and say, right, okay, we're good at home. We beat QPR at home. We beat Bolton away. Villa's, they're on a good run of form at the moment, so you don't know. But then Blackburn and Hull at home, and people say you are where you are at Christmas, but look at them fixtures there, and the result tonight, and see how we do against Sheffield United. This is a massive moment in our season, massive moment. That what happened just there. You know, the performances the last 2 games haven't been great, but we've got 6 points, and we're back in the automatic promotion places. And look at the state of the squad. Do you know what I mean? So these people that comment on the video and that and say I get carried away, or like anti-Talista, I think the new Dr. Frost, if it isn't Dr. Frost himself, said I was crazy, saying we were consistent. What I didn't mean is that, I think you got it twisted. I'm just saying is, if you look at that graphic where it shows who's consistently been at the top, it's been us. Yeah, the start was mint, and that's what's kept us up there, but it don't fucking matter at the end of the season if you hit peaks and troughs. Do you know what I mean? We've stayed up there, and we're back up there tonight. We're back in the automatic promotion places, and I'm fucking buzzing with it, man. Honestly, absolutely buzzing. And I just can't wait for Saturday now. I'm gutted I'm not going. I went to Bramall Lane last year, and it was a shit show. You know, that's when I fell out of love with Roof in that game. When we conceded so early doors, and he was just shite. He didn't even put an effort in, and I think Ekiban came on that game. And we all thought Ekiban were that great because he actually run about. Do you know what I mean? Because Roof never used to. And when we seen Ekiban and he was just running for everything, we all thought Ekiban was a top player, you know. And look how that turned out. But look at what Roof tonight, man. He was just class again. You know, man of the match was Barry Douglas according to Sky. I'm not so sure. I thought KP was good. I thought Forshaw was good. Roof again was class. Just listen, it wasn't an amazing performance. It wasn't the Leeds at the start of the season. And I think we need to stop comparing that maybe. Because we can't do that to teams anymore. You know, they seem... You know, there will be a few times where we will do that. But against these teams that are in the lower end of the Championship, that don't have the attacking prowess of a Norwich or a Derby or a West Brom to be able to come at us and have a go and leave space in behind like they did. It's going to be tough, you know what I mean? But listen, 6 points from the last 2 home games. You've got to win your home games. I'd take a point now at Sheffield United. I would. Don't want to lose the game. I'd take a point. But if we win the game, how big will that be? Do you know what I mean? We're on to something here, boys. I genuinely mean it. This could be our last Christmas in the Championship. I said that pre-match and I'll say it now. I'm just absolutely buzzing. I'm buzzing for BPF, buzzing for Bielsa, buzzing for us, man. Buzzing for us as Leeds fans. Because, yeah, I was just worried. I won't go into what my thoughts were, you know, especially when, you know, before the Bristol City game and all them injuries came out, and I just thought to myself, oh, if it goes all tits up here, I'm going to get absolutely hammered. And all them away fans will be singing Leeds are falling apart again. But it just might not be happening, guys. It just, you know, it might be our time, finally. We deserve it, man. It's been too long, we deserve it. But listen, it was mint doing this tonight. Mint doing my post-match for you again. 3,000 subscribers, absolutely buzzing. Make sure you tune in to Conor's, make sure you tune in to Oscar's. We absolutely love your support. And I'll be seeing you all again on, probably do a pre-match for Sheffield United maybe on the day of the game, but I'll definitely be getting to you post-match after that game, early kick-off, and then we, you know, hopefully get a win and enjoy the rest of the weekend sitting top of the Championship. Fingers crossed there. But nah, another great win. Great win. Not a great performance, but a great win, man. And it's just mint how it came, you know, that last minute penalty save is just class. But thank you for tuning in as always, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you leave you know, your thoughts in the comments, because I love reading them, both positive and negative. Keep them coming, man. Football's a game of opinions, as I say. If you're wondering why I've got a coat, it's winter and this fucking garage is freezing, man. I need to invest in a little heater. Anyone wants to send me a heater, send us a heater. But nah, guys, pleasure as always. Honestly, love yous all, man. Marching on together, and I'll see you all Saturday. Leeds. Billy Peacock Farrell.